So the rescue that we foster for was told that Harley had lived by himself in this hutch. That doesn't appear to be wholly true from what we found out last week when he was neutered. So when Harley was neutered, as I've mentioned before on a previous video, they found 2 abscesses, which are a little area surrounding an infection, which makes it hard for anything to attack the infection to make it better. So 2 abscesses in his testicle while they were neutering him. So these had to be removed during the neutering procedure, because they then had to be sent off to a laboratory to check. Now we've waited and we've just got the results back that it is MRSA. Now MRSA, as you know from humans, in healthcare is quite hard to tackle. It is resistant to a lot of antibiotics and a really hard one to budge and to get rid of. So this is what Harley has had down in that area for I don't know how long. She said it would have been several weeks given what had happened. And she said to us, the vet, that this would only have occurred, these 2 abscesses together, from a bite from another male rabbit. Now, male rabbits, when they're not neutered, if they fight or there's any aggression, will typically try and go for that area, as well as nips and bites on other areas, tails and wherever they want to get to. But they will, if it's very severe, go for that area. So Harley had been attacked. Now the rescue has contacted the owner about it, but they have not heard back. So I kind of think the owner is just keeping quiet about it all. They've been found to be guilty and they're not saying anything. They're not having any contact with the rescue. Now Harley's gone. So poor Harl's had these removed, and it is MRSA. Now there are 2 antibiotics that can hit MRSA in rabbits, but they're not actual rabbit medication. They're medication designed for other animals that can be used in rabbits, but we were told they can make a rabbit very, very seriously ill. So it was a question over whether he's going to receive these antibiotics or not. So the next question we were asked is, how is Harley doing in himself? Well, Harley in himself at the moment is superb. He is happy, he is healthy, he's eating fantastically well again, he's got his appetite back, he is zooming for England when it's free roam time in the rest of the house. He's coming out of his room and it's zoom, 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 zoom everywhere. So in himself, he seems to be doing very, very well. So the vet has then said it's a case of monitoring him and seeing how he gets on. They think, and they have discussed it together, the vets there, that when they removed those abscesses, they were removed in their entirety. There wasn't anything of those abscesses that could then have got into his system. He was put on antibiotics after removal of the abscesses as a precautionary measure, but it doesn't appear that the MRSA and the infection has got into his system as a whole, into his body. It seems like it was restrained to those abscesses there that would have been causing him a lot of discomfort, but now they've been removed. We hope that the infection is totally out of his body and hasn't entered his system in any way. So they've been removed, they've been sent off, and Harley at the moment is doing really, really well. So fingers crossed it hasn't entered his system and he won't have to take these very aggressive antibiotics. So that's just a Harley update. It's really sad sort of knowing where he came from and how he really wasn't looked after and just left with a male that attacked him, bit him in that area. And the timing of it, if he'd not come to us and he'd not been neutered and that hadn't been found, he could have just had a raging infection down there that would have been very, very painful for a number of months, or if not for a lot longer. So I'm really thankful that Harley got neutered at the time he did and that it's all working out really well for Harley.